Welcome, my Leos, to your 2024 year ahead reading. I'm Christine. It's wonderful to have you here. Before we get started, a few things. I'd love to give credit to the tarot lady for the New Year forecast spread that I'm using for your reading. We will be going in depth in various areas of your life. It's in the description box below. Very briefly, we're going through the summary of the year gone by, 2023, your career, finances, love, family and friends, spirituality, and then each quarter, January to March, April to June, July through September, and October through December. Then we'll look at the biggest obstacle you'll face in 2024, how to tackle that obstacle, and a summary of 2024. We'll also grab some oracle and dive deeper into your soul journey to see what other messages you need to know, what you need to focus on for self-care, and then final messages from your spirit animals, archangels, and Archangel Michael. Also, if you would like to be entered in my December drawing for a free, complimentary 60-minute personal reading with me that includes tarot and oracle, it'll be live through video. Drop your favorite animal down below. If you don't want to be entered, ignore this. I will announce the winner in early January at the beginning of the month through one of my weekly energy forecast videos, and I will also do a community post where I will tag you. So that's it. We're going to get started with the spread. I'm going to lay out 13 cards for the areas I just mentioned. They're not turned over, FYI. I'm just putting them down. Okay, my Leos, let's get started. As a side note, I had already filmed your video for a little bit more than 2 hours. It was the longest by far, in addition to Libras, and both of those videos went corrupt. So for some reason, I needed to redo your 2024 year ahead. Okay, let's take a look at the summary of 2023 as we are still unwrapping that Hermit. This is a Virgo energy. Wow. I'm getting cleanup mode. You know when your computer pauses or freezes and you're just waiting, and sometimes it's really annoying and frustrating? This is the energy I'm feeling for 2023. Leos, did some of you withdraw? Because I'm feeling a withdrawal energy, almost retreating back, like a retractable hairdryer. Some of you may have retreated your energy from things outside of you, social events, overcommitting, engaging, reaching out, just kind of going and centering within yourself. Because the Hermit card is one of generally solitude, sometimes isolation, lessening or few interactions in terms of communication. So communication may have gone down. I also feel like this was a time where you may have introspected, a lot of deep inner reflection. This also speaks to healing. Some of you may have focused on your healing. It could be physical healing, since Virgo is aligned to the 6th house, but they're distinct. Depends on the type of astrology you align to. But generally, this could deal with physical healing or emotional, mental healing from traumas, wounds, intergenerational ancestral patterns, and the like. Because this reindeer, deer, elk, the horned creature here, especially since it's white, it indicates some type of movement within, very spiritual, and it's a receiving mode. It's a purification as well. So 2023, some of you may have been cleaning up, letting go, because Virgo is also, the significations, the archetype of Virgo deals with purity, purification, releasing, detoxification of all bodies, physical, mental, emotional, letting go of energies. There's been a general cleanup. I just feel like a withdrawal where, you know, this is what I'm getting. You're in a room, there's a big party, and you're slowly retreating back out the door and no one's seeing you. I also feel like this speaks to increased energy protection. It could be part of your energy management and realizing, whoa. Apologies ahead of time if you hear my dog slurping, crunching, or my crunchy sounding chair. I feel like some of you may also have been focused on energy protection. So that deals with energy management, like I just said, where you really have been taking a look and feeling into that of what's not working for you, who's not working for you, what feels good, what doesn't feel good, and changing things as a result, because with this energy, with the cloaking, this is of not wanting to be seen, but in a way of protecting your energy. It doesn't mean you guys went hiding into a closet and you never came out. There's a noticeable intention here of, you know what? I may have been feeling a little bit drained. I may have been feeling a little bit tired, or I'm just noticing that certain things, people, whatever you've been investing in with your time and energy, you're like, it's not for me. I just sense in 2023 a lot of releasing, letting go, cleaning up, akin to the energy of when your home gets messy, right? You're just like, yeah, laundry can wait. I could do the dishes later. And all of a sudden there comes a point where you're like, okay, we got to clean. For some, it could be physical cleaning as well, but I'm just getting that energy of this is the year of letting go. And there may have been a lot of situations that brought up this issue that deals or dealt with your energy. Some of you are still dealing with this, because I don't normally talk in the present tense. Some of you are still experiencing this. It almost feels like I heard return to shelf. Like you wanted to go back within and work on yourself. Perhaps a lot of times you may have spent a lot of time alone, or just thinking about what it is that you wanted to do throughout the year and your life path, because there's something bigger that I'm getting here. Your career, your ambition, your life purpose, your overall goal. Like, why am I here? Because I feel a little bit like a restlessness, a frustration, because some things that you may have put your energy into or time, it wasn't panning out, especially with certain people, connections. So sometimes when that happens, we have to retreat back. Got a lot of retreating here. Some of you may have also participated in extended silent retreats, or retreats where you could call them social media detoxes, or simply minimizing the amount of contact that you provided to the world and to certain energies and situations around you. I feel like this really allowed you to, and has enabled you to purify your energy, right? Your psychic field, your energetic field, your auric field, etheric field, all bodies around you. So you can get closer to yourself, and so that you can actually, it's like becoming naked again, but energetically. So you could feel and connect to your emotions, to your intuition, to what it is that you're feeling and sensing, and what you're wanting to heal. There's a sense of liberation. It's almost like you're naked inside the cloak, and this is what I'm saying is metaphorical and energetic. It's not perverted. I feel like you were just wanting to undo yourself of any burdens, of any toxicities, of anything that was feeling heavy, anything that wasn't working. Again, total detox, cleansing, purification. Those are the synonyms, the words that are coming up here. Total spiritual vibes. Some of you may have been drawn in 2023 to really start going deep into your spirituality, and some of you may have experienced profound spiritual awakenings. It could be your first or one of many, because we have subsequent ones. We're always ascending, so there's different levels. Think of it like an airplane. You know, when it goes up in, what is it, height? Altitude, that's the word. This is a very deep, introspective card, and the light is shining here. It's coming up. So many of you in 2024, I feel you're going to be ready almost to get off the ramp and onto the stage. I wanted to say just get on the stage, but the ramp kept coming through. So some of you, it could be about flying, going up a ramp, or going to some type of production or presence where you're known, like a stage, or simply metaphorically making yourself known again, almost like you're coming back into the world. There's a strong sense of protection here. Some of you have experienced a lot of pain in preceding years, and in 2023 this continued, and many of you were still healing from things from previous years in 2023. I feel like because this is a shadow, Virgo starts, you start seeing the shadows and the darkness, right? And at the time when Virgo season starts, it's mid-August to mid-September. And then mid-September, we have the fall equinox and the initiation of darkness. That's when we have the most darkness with Libra energy. And so we start descending into that underworld. So Virgo is before, and Virgo is immutable. or double-bodied signs. So it has a duality there with the light and darkness, because it has some elements of Leo preceding it and then Libra towards the last decans. So energetically, because you see the light here, but you're in the darkness, I feel like many of you were in that darkness, getting comfortable, perhaps we're doing shadow work. I'm just hearing a lot of healing patterns that have been repeated, and patterns from relationships that you've experienced, any relationship that you're like, we're putting an end. It's like putting a cork. I'm seeing a cork. Some of you may like wine, because I'm seeing a cork. Tremendous healing in 2023. And I feel like that elevated you in such a profound spiritual way. It made you connect deeper in a way you haven't before. And I feel like that's opening you up, especially your heart chakra. But also I'm getting crown. Many of you have really connected to your intuitive and psychic gifts. You're opening up and expanding in that realm. You're feeling things and trusting yourself. Complete detox. Some of you opted to stay alone precisely because you wanted to heal. You wanted to get away from the world, and you wanted just not to be bothered. It's going to be different for a lot of folks, because this is not for one Leo. Okay, can we get any more information about 2023 for my Leos? Oh, there's a lot of messages coming through for all signs. I sense a sense of peace, inner peace. Some of you have been in 2023 working towards finding and delineating what peace means to you, especially when things around you pop off like fireworks and you can't control it. I think that could be one of the most difficult things. We got the World card, fixed signs, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. I'm hearing Aladdin's. That's my wiener dog slurping, FYI. I hear Aladdin's a whole new world. That's where we'll be, just you and me. Some of you may want to look at the lyrics of that song, Aladdin, A Whole New World. Either the Disney version or I think they have several renditions they've made. A cycle has ended. It's coming to an end in 2023. Some of you have been on this for a long ass time with the fixed signs. These are the enduring solid energies where they persist, they build. There could be elements of holding on too long or resisting, but you've been working on this. I feel like this healing, this way of connecting to yourself. It's also a purification process, because I feel like it's been months and years for some of you where you're slowly realizing the things you have to shed, beliefs from family systems, from other systems, beliefs that people ping to you, especially regarding the different relationships you were in, especially your very close ones with friends. We're talking like intimate bonds, like good friends that you talk to, romantic partnerships, it could be family, but people that you're close to. Huge cycle has ended, and now there's expansion happening. The World card could also indicate some type of new move that you guys are ready to make. Generally that happens after the Hermit energy, because when you have enough time, or you've given yourself enough time to really dig deep and reflect. This is like the year of inner journaling, whether you journaled or not. It's a year of going within. Some of you could have been like, okay, we're cracking the whip. We're gonna get folks on board. I'm gonna consult certain books, like therapist, counselor, coach, maybe a healer. And it doesn't have to be just with the mental, emotional, spiritual plane. It could be your physical body too. Some of you may have been like, okay, physical trainer, because I sense an overall holistic energy and embodiment energy of like, we're gonna tackle anything that doesn't contribute to the overall wellness of our being, of ourselves. So you guys are coming out a different way. It's like you're being born a different way. You know those coins in some amusement parks, you can put in a quarter or a penny, and then you crank it and it creates a design on the coin. It's usually something from the amusement park. You see this at many of them. I see it at Disney. But it gives you like a memento. That's what I'm seeing. Many of you have gone through this process of cranking like a coin, and you're coming out polished. And this is all metaphorical. Polished, renewed, reinvigorated. You're seeing things from a different outlook. Some of you are feeling lighter because you've dropped the weight. I'm not talking about, for some, I mean, obviously it could be physical weight, but I'm not even precisely denoting physical weight. This is just energetic weight. Weight of limiting beliefs that no longer work and that have been put on you. Different forms of oppression. Folks, energies in particular, relationships where you've clung on to or held on to and you're like, nope, dropping that, moving on, this isn't working. Repeating patterns. Subsisting and staying in situations and in environments that were not good for you, that were not optimizing where it is that you wanted to go. They weren't supportive. Damn, I sense so much expansion. It's like you're getting ready to break free from the egg and take flight. A lot of power with these animals. Look at that. A lot of processing, a lot of emotional. There's a coming together here with the circle. Okay, let's take a look at your career outlook. Got the Emperor, Aries energy. You guys are bossing up. This year, you're gonna see big moves. If you felt like 2023, you're like, I just felt like I was coasting through work or my career or my profession, or it just felt like things were the same, like things were not changing, or I was just doing the same old, you're bossing up in 2024. This indicates strong promotion. So for those of you that work for other organizations, companies, enterprises, or for other people, I sense major boss up in responsibilities that you'll take or expand upon, connections and people you'll make. I feel like some of you are going to be leading teams, maybe mentors or other people under your wing. So that could mean going up into a managerial position, especially if you're not, and also going up, whatever that looks like for you, because there's different positions, director, senior director, executive director, etc. Just going up in some way. There's an advancement here. Some of you are going to reach a pinnacle, perhaps your dream position or goal. This is also an amazing entrepreneurial energy for any of you that are interested or desire creating your own business. This is the year. 2024 is the year to start it, to get it off the ground, because this energy is one that has all the resources, skills, networks already. And some of you have been working for so long for other people that you have a shitload in your tool bag, in your toolkit of information that you already have and can use towards creating what it is you want. Because I sense a strong breaking free energy here. Some of you want to create something on your own because you've already gleaned, learned, and amassed everything you could working for others. It won't pertain to everyone, but I get a strong, it's either I'm going to create my own business, like a formal business. For some, I'm not getting a lot though. It could be freelance. This is more stabilized, more formalized. Some of you could be doing freelancing or contracting, and then for others, it could be I'm going to create some type of side hustle in addition to what I'm doing now, and I want it to grow. There's going to be tremendous growth here. Completely. For those of you that are looking for jobs, this is it. You're being guided to really embody this energy and use all the resources that you have, and don't be afraid to tap into new ones. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because when you are looking for a job, it's really easy to rely on what you've known. It's really easy to also do things in the same way and think you don't know or have enough, but you do. You're equipped. So you may have to go back. It's always wonderful at the end of the year before you enter a new year to simply reflect, or even into the new year, and simply reflect and ask yourself, okay, how did the past year go, especially in an area that I really want to improve on? And since we're on career here, take a look at what your actions have been, what your results have been, and where you are wanting to change things, because something is requiring a leveling up here. I feel like this could be talking to a mentor, someone dealing with career coach, career mentor, advisor. It could be, sometimes it depends on where you are in the world. So in the United States, many places, they have local workforce commissions or local centers that can help you look for jobs, and they provide support. You could connect to other people in your network that could offer some type of mentorship, but this is like asking questions, asking people above you. And when I say that, it doesn't mean they're better than you. It simply means people that may have done what you're interested in doing, and that can give you a lot of information, connections, help, almost like informational interviews. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there, because this energy is not one where they're peeking behind a curtain and they're like, is that person going to help me? No, you're going to go out there and make it happen. So try different things in 2024 that you haven't done in 2023. Connecting to someone, it could be someone older, it could be a masculine energy, but I feel like it's generally someone like a teacher, advisor, guide, someone who helps other people. Okay, I'm going to help you find a job. They can take a look at your documents, for example. This could be talking to someone you trust, and you're like, hey, can you take a look at my documents? Anything need tweaking? Things like that. Overall, my Leos, I sense an amazing up-leveling in your career. There's a level of mastery of going up into the next stage. There's a challenge here, and it's not bad. It's a I want to grow challenge. I'm ready to expand and learn and do something new. And also many of you are going to turn that into like teacher, guide, mentor, where you're going to help other people under your wing. It could be people that are younger, maybe coming out of school and into the workforce. It could be people that you're training. You could have people under your wing, like I mentioned before, if you're going to be opening your own business and hiring folks, or going up in terms of a promotion. This is a really, really amazing energy. You're bossing up. Moving on up. Jefferson's song is playing in my head. Anything else my Leos need to know for their career? Thank you. Page of Discs. Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You're going to get something. This is like a bite, but I don't feel it's a bad bite. You're going to get an offer, I feel, where you may be like, oh, I don't know. And it's something that's going to require connecting to your heart about and asking yourself if this aligns to your values. Because I feel like this is going to lead to eventual long-term growth and stability. So be on the lookout for an opportunity like that, especially if it's something where you normally may not pursue, but it's going to connect to your values. Let's take a look at your finances. King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's growth here. Lots of water, lots of emotional energy. There's major growth here with your finances. This also has to do with how you take care of yourself. I'm going to say that point blank. And because of the 2023 energy we got, I feel like many of you have established or are in the process of establishing those foundations, those rituals, those processes, those habits, routines to optimize, we'll just say the wellness area, because wellness, self-care, well-being, it's very multidimensional. Health too. But the more you take care of yourself in those respects and how you define it and what it means to you and what it looks like for you, it's going to have a positive direct correlation with your financial outlook. There's something here about connecting to your emotions. Some of you may have had some difficulty in the past connecting to your money. And I know what I'm going to say, you're like, what? This is all energetic, what I'm going to tell you about the connection. Some of you may have approached money in a very, you could say, dry way, in a way where, okay, well, this is what we need money for. And this is about creating a relationship that you feel not just content or satisfied with, but an emotional connection to how it is that you're spending, how it is that you're bringing in your money. Because there's something here where there may be in the past like a fear or anxiety or something where you only looked at money kind of in a black and white way. And there's something more expansive that's happening in 2024 where the universe is guiding you to take a look at your relationship with money. That's why I keep getting the self-care element. You know, when you nurture yourself, whichever way you like, that looks like for you. It could be people like massage, people like taking naps, baths, showers, heat therapy, yoga. There's a bunch. But just think of what makes you feel really good, because that's the energy the universe wants you to bring to 2024 with your money. There's something about feeling it because it's going to help you attract it. I know it sounds weird, especially if you haven't done this before. And it's something I had to experience too a long time ago. and I'm still working on money consciousness, I'll say, and I'm not a Leo. I don't have any planets in Leo, so I'm just letting you know. So this is the energy I feel for some of you, is looking at your relationship with money and how it makes you feel. Because I feel like there's certain areas, it could be with your bills, it could be with saving for example, retirement, or certain areas where you feel a certain something about it. And it doesn't always highlight something positive. But this is connecting to your money. But I get, because of the preponderance of water here, I get a massive increase here. And I feel like because of your career, it's related for many of you. You're bossing up. Many of you are, you're wanting to move up in some way. It could be a job with more responsibilities. You're going outside of your comfort zone. Some of you are about to enter the workforce as well. I also wanted to say, for those of you that are not in the workforce, that are in retirement, you could be working at home, like stay-at-home parent, I should say, or simply you're just not in the workforce for whatever reason. You're taking control of your life. Aries energy is taking leadership, accountability for your life. And it's almost like an organization of getting your things together and focusing on, you know what, it's time that I use my resources to the best of my ability. If I need to learn new things, I will, but I'm going to elevate. I'm going to take care of myself. It's related to your finances here. Overall, massive expansion here. Some of you, I'm getting this right away, and we're about to go into the love outlook for singles, those in relationships, and those that, hell no, they don't want relationships. Some of you, your finances is tied to love, romantic love. A few of you, it could be because of a family business, but I'm getting vast majority, it has to do with partnership for some. Some of you are going to pair up or team up with other like-minded people. So this can extend beyond love too, because I'm seeing group dynamics and it's platonic. But I feel like some of you are going to meet someone, or if you're in existing partnerships, team up with them in some way and bring the fusion of your money together. There's an expansion coming from that synergy. It's like 8th house, 2nd house. 2nd house is what you bring, 8th house is what others. So I get a lot of both, but I get 8th house. There's a partnering up, a coming together. So if any of you are interested in teaming up with others, collaborating on projects, going in on something, trust your intuition and your guidance, but also look into that. Love. The Magician, Mercury. We have Gemini. This deals with manifesting what you want, with getting real, and this is very much intrinsically and energetically tied and synced to the Hermit card. You got both Mercury. It's about wielding your power, but some of you, I feel, in 2024, because we see here the story depicted, Cinderella, right, with the mice and the pumpkins. Some of you have to get clear on what it is that you truly want in love. These are for single people, and also for folks that don't want relationships. So what does love look like to you? Because it's going to first pertain to the relationship with self. That's where all love starts with, is how you love yourself. This is asking you to get clear on what it is you want, because you're going to be able to manifest it pretty quickly. And with this card, which comes after the Fool card, this is the card of creating, of wishing, of putting it out there. Many of you are going to, I feel, find the relationships that you really value. There's something here though about releasing control once you determine what it is you desire, and not trying to control the process and like hold on to things and have things go a certain way. Some of you, I feel, in past love, especially those that have been looking for love, have settled. Because this card is not one of settling. This is of really going after your dreams and realizing you are co-creating with the universe. not to give your power away, not to diminish yourself or your light. I feel like some of you have learned the value of who you are, and also realizing that some things that you've repeated and that you've been working on healing have manifested in relationships, especially in the romantic ones. What else do my Leos need to know for their love life? I feel what I'm getting right now is some of you may be afraid. This is subconscious, because I don't think you are going to say, I'm afraid, I'm not going to do this. But I feel like some of you have a subconscious fear of truly connecting to someone. Almost like it's too good to be true. Same thing with opening up. Some of you are working on your emotions, emotional availability, emotional intimacy, emotional vulnerability, deep connection, and what that means. Because with all this Mercury energy that I sense here, you're wanting to connect to someone intellectually. It's not just about the physical sexual object. You don't want a relationship just based on sex. For those that I'm tapping in here, you're wanting something of substance up here. So you have to mentally connect with someone, emotionally too. It's tied to your finances. You want a partner that you can feel safe with. Physical, emotional safety. I feel like the Leos that I'm connecting to, you are, what do they call them? Demisexuals? Sapiosexuals? The ones that, where you are intellectually, you're drawn by the intellect first. You connect in that way. I forgot the name. It may not apply to everyone, but what I'm sensing here is that you're wanting to connect up here and naturally in the heart. You want a deeper connection with someone. There has to be substance. You want to be able to communicate. Communicate, for many of you, your love language may include words of affirmation, and communication may be important. Some of you may have your Mercury signs in an air sign, because I'm getting strong communication here with all this Mercury. Some of you value that, and you want a love romantic partner that can also exchange that type of frequency with you. Clarifying the Magician, we got the Ace of Cups. Some of you are ready for the big one in 2024. This is a beautiful energy. I feel like this is directly correlated for those Leos that have really worked on themselves in 2023, where you may have taken a step back energetically. And you're like, you know what, this is the year I need to resolve some things, because this hasn't been working out. Those looking for love, I feel like you are going to attract a partner. I'm thinking it's a kindred partner. This is a soul level. This is a love partner. I don't want to say the one, because I feel like it depends on your life stage, but this is a big one. You're gonna, a relationship, this is a huge relationship for those looking for love. For those of you that don't want love, right away I'm getting, this is gonna be the year in 2024 where you are going to completely shower yourself. I'm hearing goddess divine. Maybe Aphrodite is important to you, Venus, but I'm hearing that you're going to completely show yourself how to love yourself, how it would be if someone else, how do I say this? You're gonna love yourself the way you expect other people to love you. That's the way. So there's a really strong focus on doing things that make you feel nourished, safe. It has to emotionally connect to you. You gotta feel it. If you don't love it, it's a no. So you're gonna spend time, I feel, creating different areas of your life, but also different routines, different practices, finding ways to nurture yourself and to evolve and to grow in this form of self-love. For those of you in relationships, established relationships, there's a deepening here happening. I feel like some of you are wanting to shake things up, especially with the Magician card. Some of you may want to manifest some type of change, perhaps an expansion of love that we're seeing here. There's a deepening outpouring of love. This may be the year that you fall in love again with your partner, for those of you that are already in relationships. It also signifies to me a leveling up as well. If you are wanting to go to the next stage, which again is going to be very different for everyone. It could be moving in, it could be saying you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, it could be exchanging vows, getting married, engaged, whatever. There's a strong expansion here in this area and a strong focus here of growing that. For some of you, this could be connected to growing a family as well. Not everyone. Beautiful energies you've gotten so far in every area of your life. Your financial areas, I'm getting strongly connected to your love life. Strongly connected, and it has a positive correlation with how you take care of yourself. Some of you, it's imperative. It's as if it's like taking vitamins. You got to take care of yourself first, and you got to feel good, because if you don't feel good, it affects the energy going outwards. It's like a ripple. Let me pull another deck. Any final messages the universe can tell my Leos for love? We got the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Some of you are going to meet, I told you, Hierophant, Taurus. This could be someone that you meet that's like a similar counterpart. It could be someone, it's a spiritual soul connection. Hierophant also indicates a contract, a marriage. I feel like this relationship is going to lead to long-term commitment. Taurus is one of building longevity, building strong foundations, trust. You're going to feel safe with this person. Those looking for love right away. And simply those, like I mentioned, in relationships that are wanting to level up. This also speaks to those that don't want relationships. You're going to strengthen that foundation for yourself. Because this energy is one of slow and steady building. Of looking at the long term. Some of you, this may connect to or embody the energy of Taurus, earth signs as well. There's a deep spiritual connection here, though. This is really beautiful. Let's take a look at your family and friends outlook. We got the Queen of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. Ooh. Kind of what I picked up here with the 2023 summary. You're speaking your truth. I feel like many of you have started sharing yourself, but you're setting healthy boundaries for yourself in 2024. If any of you feel like this connects to 2023, if any of you have just felt overwhelmed or like consumed by other people's energies, family and friends especially, I feel like 2024, you're setting boundaries, you're speaking your truth, you're letting people know what's okay and what's not okay. You're standing firm. There's something here about containment of energy. And for some of you, not all, but 2024 may not be the year where you want to completely prioritize family and friends in the way that you did. It doesn't mean that you're going to be like, see ya, and you're going to check out. Because I'm sensing a lot of focus on career and love for Leos. I keep getting that strongly. This may be the year where you create, because this could also represent some distance. Doesn't have to be negative. It could simply mean, you know what? I am going to connect with these folks maybe once a month, but the rest of the time I really want to dedicate to this. Or there's something here about really delineating how you are going to pour into these energies. I don't feel like many of you are going to be focused on expanding friendship groups or family, like wanting to schedule multiple family dates throughout the week. There's a containment energy here, a little bit of a detached energy, but I feel like it's because your eyes are on the prize. In other words, on the goals that you really want to put the energy towards. I feel like 2023 for many Leos, it really made you realize you don't have infinite energy where it could just go out anywhere like a magic wand. You got to be very concerted, very intentional, very precise where you put that energy. Otherwise, it flees. It's so fleeting is the word. Kind of like this deer, it'll hop off. The energy goes quickly and it can be renewed, but time can't. So many of you are bossing up with time management, energy management with friends and family. I feel like you're going to nurture, when we're going to pull some more clarifiers, I feel like you're going to nurture. Right away what I'm getting is you're going to nurture existing connections, but you're also setting very strong boundaries. Can we get a clarifying message, please, for my Leos? Queen of Swords, family, friends outlook. Oop, it turned. Three of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag. Some of you are putting distance, maybe moving away. I feel a retreating here from family and friends. Perhaps because you spent a lot of time or you didn't have strong boundaries, and those connections may have eaten up a lot of your time in 2023, or you're simply learning, because in some family systems you may not have had boundaries or healthy boundaries, and you're learning how to set those boundaries. Some of you may be traveling more too as a result. So seeing friends and family is going to take a more measured approach. Like, okay, let's get our calendars out. Maybe we'll have to see each other every quarter. There's something like that happening. Not everyone. Anything else my Leos need to know about their friends and family? I keep hearing going the distance. Some of you don't live near friends and family. So you're making plans ahead of time. There's going to be expansion. Some of you are going to be traveling a lot more, perhaps related to work. That's what I wanted to say with the Hierophant energy in your love life. Some of you are going to find love through your work networks. Thank you. Okay, final message about your family and friends outlook. 5 of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag. You got a shitload of wands. Some of you are simply sorting through, and this is, I don't think it's nothing new. I think it's a continuation from 2023 and before. Some of you are sorting through family issues, conflicts. There could be drama. Perhaps that's why you want to stay away. Again, there's a lot of healing that went on in 2023 for you guys. That's the overall energy I get. Retreating, healing, taking a step back, looking within. There's distance here in 2024 with family and friends. It doesn't mean that you're gonna close off and shut them all out and you're gonna be by yourself. But I feel like with some, and you'll know, with some relationships, you know that distance, you do better with those relationships when there's distance. When you don't see them, frequently, like every day or every week, maybe it's once every few months, or you connect with them more virtually. Especially with the air energy, it's fast. Fire is the fastest. Then we have air, then we have water, then earth. So this could also speak to technology. Some of you may be focusing more on connecting with technology with your family and friends, especially if you don't live close to them. Because some folks, you may be living far away, and so you're trying to reimagine, what does that look like for me? How can I connect more with them? Because not everyone, again, there's so many different messages I'm receiving, and I'm trying to relay them in a concise way. Some of you are going to really set up some type of virtual system to support these connections. Check in with Zoom or Google Meet or video platform with friends and family at regular times. But there's also boundaries here that are being set. So there's a lot happening here. Let's take a look at your spirituality outlook. We got 2 of Cups. Remember I mentioned the Hierophant spiritual? So there is a greater connection with yourself in your spiritual outlook in 2024. This has to do with the healing, going within. Ever notice when you really start working through the shit that you're like, I don't want to repeat this. I don't want to see this again. It's time, and things keep popping up and you're just like, okay, let me dive off the diving board and dive into this shit and let's do this. It brings you closer to yourself. You learn so much about yourself. You learn about who you are. It reflects to you so many things that you didn't see before. There's a greater union, like a marriage between you, between yourself, your higher self, you could say, with God, divine, source, universe. Very strong. I'm getting, usually I don't channel Spanish messages unless I'm with a Spanish speaking person. Some of you may be speaking Spanish or may speak Spanish, because I'm getting pegamiento, some type of like glue. I'm getting like a stickiness, like tape. There's that type of closeness happening in your spiritual sector in 2024. I feel like some of you, this relates to your love. You guys, this is like a web. Some of you are meeting a spiritual divine counterpart. It's related to your spirituality in some way. You're gonna feel it, you're gonna know it. You can call it kindred spirits, soulmate, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna feel like you recognize this person on a very deep, profound level. Beautiful balancing too. If any of you have been struggling with spirituality in general, with integrating it into your life, with trying to make it an everyday practice, it's balancing in 2024. I feel like you're gonna find the right routine for you. It's going to be important. That's going to really help you. And you have cups here. You had it with your finances. It's all tied because this is all energy. You're going to do what feels good to you. I feel like many of you have really, especially with 2023, have really refined or gotten a hold of what being alone means to you, what solitude means to you, and how you can find yourself in those moments. Because there's so many folks that don't like being with themselves because that means you have to unearth a lot of things that you may have been trying to avoid. This is not an avoidant energy. This is like, I see you, I really see you. It's like looking at yourself in a mirror. Some of you may be doing mirror work, which is deeper. For those folks that do not want relationships in 2024, you're like, no relationships, no love, nothing. I want to focus on me. This is connected to your spirituality. Some of you are going to really focus on deepening your spiritual practices as a form of self-love. Mirror work, I'm getting strongly here. You know, when you look at yourself in the mirror, some people do it in terms of a sexual embodiment practice too, to really love all parts of themselves, to practice appreciation, gratitude. But also when you connect to yourself, it's profoundly different, especially if you've grown up disconnected with yourself in any way. Anything else my Leos need to know about their spiritual outlook? I heard bumping heads. Bumping heads. Some of you may run into a counterpart, like I mentioned, a spiritual person, when you bump into them by accident. Some of you are going to meet them in nature, but work. Some of you may be taking a work retreat, professional retreat, or doing some type of work event, professional event, where you meet this person. It could be while eating lunch, while being outside. Okay, anything else my Leos need to know for their spirituality? Six of Wands. Tremendous growth. Your spiritual sector, you're going to see a lot of tremendous growth. Again, I strongly feel, I think it has to do a lot with your love life. That's what I'm getting right away. It's reinforcing. There's going to be a lot of success, a lot of, you're going to see progress, a lot of progress in this area. And I feel like it has to do with your energy. Got a lot of wands and water here. A lot of fire energy, in other words, in your energy. You're really being intentional with where you put your time and energy. Energy flows where attention goes. You guys are like, I'm not wasting time anymore on things that are not helping me, that don't bring me what I want, that don't support me. And I feel like many of you, it's because you're tapping into yourself. You're tapping into your intuition. Many of you are psychic. I believe everyone is psychic, but some folks choose not to nourish that. And so it gradually diminishes it because you don't cultivate it. I feel like the Leos that I'm connecting to here, you guys are very psychic, but you haven't always listened to yourself and also to the signs. And now you are. One sec, a card fell down here. Interesting, because it was upside down. 7th house, relationships. I don't know why, it's by itself here. So you're going to see tremendous growth, healing as well in the spiritual area of your life in 2024. So if there's something that you want to institutionalize, in other words, you want to put down a strong foundation in, maybe it's meditation or prayer or gratitude or connecting in nature as a way to connect to something bigger. 2024 is the year to cultivate that. You're going to see that strongly. Okay, let's take a look now at your first quarter, January, February, and March. Excuse me. Page of Swords, Aries, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Aries may be especially meaningful to you. I've been doing that a lot. Perhaps it's Mercury retrograde at the time of this filming. Maybe it's me flubbing, but it could be meaningful to some of you out there. Learning. Some of you are going to be doing, I'm getting logistical things, sorting through communication issues. It could be incoming emails, sorting through information. Some of you are going to start learning something. So the first quarter may be about learning something new. It could be related to your work. It could be personal as well. But there's a focus here on expression, on communication, on thinking, on intellect. I get a cleanup. I know Mercury retrograde will shift into Sagittarius about the 22nd or 23rd of December. And then it'll officially end on the 1st of January 2024, for some the 2nd. And then we'll have the 2-week shadow period. So by mid-January 2024, Mercury retrograde will be gone. So I feel like there's a revisionary process here where some of you may be cleaning up your digital products, your email, anything that has to do with communication, learning. Maybe some of you are students and you're like, ooh, I have to get rid of my previous semester stuff or clean up and get set. There's that energy of that. And also learning. Some of you, I feel, are going to be taking some type of training. You can be wanting to read a book, because I'm seeing like checkouts happening at libraries. I also feel like you're going to get information. This is intuitively. So this is from your spiritual team, that is going to help you define what you desire and what you want to leave behind. Because sometimes, even though we continue to do work, it's a cycle. And sometimes we unknowingly or unconsciously bring things like patterns forward with us. So there's a focus, almost like a mental rehash, a mental revision, and a cleanup happening in Q1. Some of you are planning trips. I just got this. When I saw that little thing, it just said travel, reservations, trips. Some of you are planning trips. Some of you may be planning, you know how some people take their calendar out for 12 months and they plan ahead? That's what I'm seeing here. Some of you may be looking ahead and planning, especially as it concerns work and personal life. Anything else my Leos need to know, please, with the first quarter, January, February, March? Okay. We got Aquarius energy. So more air sign energy. Star card. Continued healing. Some of you may be working through journaling prompts, a workbook, sorting through that information as well. But I also feel like this has to do with the future. Like I mentioned, I saw that 12-month calendar. And there are people that plan that far in advance, where they open everything up and they jot down, you know, days off, birthdays, all of that. So there's something here with the Aquarius energy. It's about going forward as well. So I feel like in your first quarter, you're going to be thinking a lot about the future. Not just the immediate future, like the next day, next week, next month, or even until the end of 2024. This connects to something larger. I feel like many of you are like, okay, where do I want to be in the next 3 to 5 years? It doesn't have to be detailed, but a general idea of where you want to head toward or what you want to do. So there's a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, a lot of revising, a lot of clarity you're getting. I feel like what many people do in December, you know, let's get ready for 2024. I feel like you're going to do that in the first month, especially in January, but throughout the quarter, you're going to get things refined. You're going to gain clarity during this time. There's going to be continued healing for some of you too, and that could mean working with a therapist, a coach, a healer, a trusted person. So you're continuing this process. There's a lot of different layers here. Let's take a look at second quarter, April, May, June. King of Wands. Shit, you guys got so much fire. Leo energy. You guys are like, it's time to bloom, it's time to come out. And this usually coincides with the equinoxes. April, spring equinox in the northern hemisphere, and we have the fall equinox in the southern hemisphere. I'm like having trouble saying these words. So you are showing up. This is leadership energy, not being afraid to be seen. And I feel like the planning, a lot of planning, logistical stuff like I mentioned, but also healing, personal and professional. So, and take it as it resonates, right? This could be, if you're not working, simply getting your own calendar and your own life and routines in order. If you're a student, likewise, etc. Second quarter, you guys are coming out. This is one of visibility, of being seen, of leading. Some of you are putting all these plans into action. You're getting ready. It's like, okay, I'm ready to go in. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to put this energy forward and to be seen. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of passion, a lot of creativity coming forth here. This period, I feel, I'm just getting a lot of, you know, when there's moments in your life where you feel like, what the hell, there's nothing coming in. It's quiet. It feels like that waiting period. Second quarter, I feel like you're going to have the opposite reaction. Whoa, there's a lot happening. Discernment is going to be key for you guys too, because something that's a relevant theme here that I see is focusing on your energy and what you put your attention towards, because not everything is going to deserve that. Anything else my Leos need to know, please, for quarter two? Thank you. Okay, we got 2 cards. We got 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Whoa. A lot of emotions here. Be careful, because this speaks for those of you that are, this speaks to opportunities and also to relationships. Excuse me, sorry about that. I accidentally hit my tripod. Again, what I just said about energy management and being discerning, you're going to receive, I feel, a lot of, hey, you want to do this? Hey, what do you think of this? A lot of invitations, opportunities, extensions, where people want your time and energy in quarter two, April, May, June. Be careful of overcommitting yourself. Be careful of saying yes to everything because you're like, oh, it looks like candy, right? It looks good. But then you realize later on, shit. Because here I sense disappointment. This is about tapping into your intuition big time. Not everything is going to pan out in the way that you want. So you're gonna have to feel into this. You may have to ask questions and also feel, does this support my goals? Does this support where I'm going toward or to, especially in this season of my life? Not 10 years from now, right now. Do I have the time and energy for this? Do I have room in my calendar? Does it fit with or align with my core values? And generally, does this even feel effing good? Because if it doesn't, it's a no. Because sometimes things look amazing, right? Maybe it's I just got multi-million-dollar speaking engagement. Or maybe it's like, hey, you want to write for us or whatever it is. And it looks good. And then you realize as you're getting more information and gleaning towards things and you're like, you know what? No, I don't have the capacity for this. You know, I want to prioritize this part of my life and this isn't going to allow me to do that, etc. So be careful because I feel like this could potentially happen. There's a lot of choices here with 7 of Cups, a lot of opportunities, and sometimes it's overwhelming. And I feel too, some of you may pick choices or you may feel like you want to pick choices that look good, but they really aren't good for you. In other words, they don't really align to what I just said with those questions. So really feel into them. Your emotions and your intuition are going to be key here. They're always key, but they're going to be highlighted in the second quarter. For those in relationships, be careful. For those of you dating, of spreading yourself and also feeling like you may feel like you're an option. Get clear again on what it is that you desire, what your expectations are, what your boundaries are. If you're wanting to date someone, but it has to be, what do they call it, exclusive, one-on-one, and you don't want to be part of like 20 people, say that. And don't be afraid to walk away. Because I feel like here, especially with the King of Wands energy, very passionate energy. So some of you that are dealing with love, there could be, you may find out that this person has been entertaining other options, and those options don't necessarily have to include humans. It could be this person's busy, so they're traveling. That's another option, right? Work. There could be someone that doesn't prioritize you or the relationship. This could be friend or romantic, but I feel like you're not feeling prioritized in quarter two with this situation, and you eventually row your boat away. I'm hearing that song, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. I hope I got the lyrics right. Anyways, I feel like you're gonna eventually do a U-turn with your boat. So you're gonna leave this situation because I feel like it becomes too complicated. There's too many factors involved. It may be like there's just so many things that are interfering and it's causing overwhelm. So just be on the lookout for that. You guys are being guided to trust your intuition. Again, a lot of fire and water energy in your reading. Let's take a look at the third quarter. July, August, September, Knight of Coins. You guys are building. You're working slow and steady. This is a beautiful energy again. I'll just tell you what I've seen so far in your reading. It's beautiful. It's amazing. You guys have such an uplifting, incredible year of amplification. That's what I'm feeling overall. It's like you're coming out from the dark from a time of self into the world. And we got that. I don't know if I said that after you got the world card or before, but regardless, quarter three, you're going to be building and working on something steadily, investing. What that is going to depend, and I'll of course pull a card, but it could be on a relationship, it could be at work, where you are putting in little by little. This isn't overworking yourself. This is steady growth that you are going to see. This is the energy of commitment and what you want to put that time into. What else do my Leos need to know for quarter three, please? Did it turn? Yes. Two of Cups. So I feel like what I just said exemplified this. There's not a workaholic energy here. Some of you are really going to be managing and learning how to manage or balance, find whatever that means to you. Your life, your personal life, and your work. Because these energies are about putting in the work, making progress, and investing, but you're not overdoing it at the detriment to yourself or others. For some of you, like I mentioned, some of you are going to be in a relationship, or those in relationships, you're going to be focused on this, on building more and investing more in this connection. There's an overall growing here that's happening with this. Anything else you could tell us about this relationship? You're starting something on solid footing in the third quarter, July, August, summer. July, August, September. I just said summer. Maybe for those in the summer months, Northern Hemisphere, you may meet someone. This could be too getting to know someone, and at a friend level first, especially with the Pentacle energy. Getting to know someone and building that strong foundation. Ever notice with relationships that start off as friendships, they're very strong generally. Anything else we need to know about this relationship? Thank you. Okay, we got the King of Pentacles in reverse. So some of you could be feeling a resistance to this. If any of you, especially with love, but it doesn't have to be, it could be work relationships too, and you're like, hurry up, we want to get this going. If any of you are used to relationships that go quickly, that move quickly, hot and heavy, that go and accelerate fast, this is not the relationship. This relationship is moving slow and steady. And for some of you, you could be wondering, like, what the F? It's really slow. It's not car, it's a carriage. It's slow. Think donkey, not horse, right? So some of you may be wondering, like, what is going on here? And you may be feeling impatient. You may be feeling like, I don't think this is the right relationship for me, platonic or romantic, especially for romantic. And the same thing with any opportunities that you're invested in. You may feel like this is moving way too slow, and it's because you're building and putting that energy and time into building the correct and the strong foundation there. You don't want something weak. You don't want to do something superficial so then it breaks down later. It's like when folks, and this isn't applicable to everyone, but for many people, like when you get together with someone or you become friends with someone, when things move so fast, it's like you're trying to decipher the level of trust that you have in the building, because when you overshare too much, sometimes you're not able to build that trust in a solid, slow way, and that's what's happening here. So if that comes up for you, that's something to also contend with and ask yourself, why does this feel uncomfortable? Because it probably relates to the way you grew up, your caretakers, could be your love language, and also your attachment style. Some of you may have been used to moving things very fast, and there could also be a level of impatience here where you want things and you want to see things now, but that's not the energy here. This isn't bad at all. This is very positive. Final quarter, October, November, December. 5 of Wands. You got that with your family. Remember we did family and friends? You got 5 of Wands. This was a separate tarot deck. So your final quarter, you may feel conflicted in some way or may be experiencing greater levels of disharmony, discordance, perhaps chaos in your life. It could be related to a move, because we know if you move, there's just disorganization, a little bit of chaos, right? You're doing several things simultaneously. So we're going to get more clarity on that, but I feel like it's about releasing something. Can we get more clarity, please, for my Leos on the final quarter, the 5 of Wands? Thank you. 8 of Swords. You're releasing patterns. These are like patterns of self-sabotage. You're also releasing certain things that no longer work for you when it comes to boundaries and relationships, perhaps being too open. But I feel like there's a lot of releasing here of fears, mindsets, patterns that don't work, things that may bring in more discordance for you. And you'll see that because you'll notice that repeating. Anything else my Leos need to know for quarter 4? Thank you. We have the Devil card, Capricorn. Oh, we got 3 cards. 5 of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, 2 of Cups. Okay, so some of you are letting go of patterns, negative, perhaps toxic, repeating patterns surrounding relationships. I'd say all connections, especially those romantic. Some of you are going to be letting go of additional people in quarter 4, realizing that it doesn't align to who you are and what you want. There's something here coming up about trusting yourself. That's why in the preceding quarter, things are moving slowly. For any of you that try to rush things, I feel like things are not going to go in the way that you want. You know, when things move slowly, sometimes if you're not used to it, you feel like things are really boring and dull and you're like, what the hell? Like, I don't feel anything. You're building trust in a new way, so it's going to feel differently. You're getting to know someone in a slower way. Think of it when you grow up. You don't grow from a baby to teenager in one day. It's a process generally over 18 years, right? And in different moments, you have growth spurts. So I feel like in the same way, you are realizing certain patterns that are not only repeating, but you're going to heal them. You're going to catch them. This is one of facing the truth. It's interesting because sometimes we need several cycles with someone or something or the same issue in different bodies until we catch on and we're like, oh shit, this is what it was about. So this is what I'm seeing here. Some of you, this has to do with your worth, with what you're putting up with as well, especially with the 5 of Cups and the Devil card. A lot of times we repeat our relationships with our parents and other relationships. Not everyone had a dysfunctional relationship with their parents or their caretakers or how they grew up. So just something to think about, to chew on. Because I feel like there's still a theme of healing here. And for many, it's going to have to do with the relationships, the underlying factor. And you're going to see that present in various relationships. This is all speaking to of getting comfortable with your emotions and not withdrawing. Get comfortable with how you're feeling and identify that. And don't be afraid to express it. Because some of you, I feel, didn't have that nurturing environment, like that bubble, to be able to express how you felt. Final message for quarter 4. Quarter 4, I know, seems like a doozy, so we're grabbing another deck here. 9 of Swords. I feel like you're putting something to bed, to rest, literally, here once and for all. You're ending something, and I feel like it's the way that some of you have done relationships, especially your romantic ones, but anything close. This could be for those of you that are in romantic relationships. It could be a certain pattern you're repeating, and also with friends. I feel like you're putting that to an end. Some of you are attracting people that could be dysfunctional, or you're not seeing what it is you have to learn, because I'm getting boundaries here, connection to your emotions, emotional distance. Some of you are dealing with like emotional unavailability. And so I feel like there's a pattern here that's going to be put to end. And for some, that's going to mean a relationship or relationships in your lives, because they could be all types in quarter 4. The biggest obstacle you'll face in 2024, Ace of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This has to do with knowing your worth, your value. This underlies everything in life. Some of you are working through self-worth issues. Perhaps that's something you've been healing for a while now, and you're seeing that. And we often practice that in relationships, because people ping to us, ooh, you're gonna put up with this behavior or with what I'm saying to you, and sometimes we don't see it. So this isn't the space for you to get down onto yourself or to get into a critic, shameful type of energy. It's simply to acknowledge, like, whoa, am I seeing some things or am I not seeing something? Because sometimes we'll just keep repeating them because we're not aware of them. So be aware, because the biggest obstacle is going to be being aware of your value at all times. And this isn't ego-driven either. This is simply a divine knowing that you are worthy, you matter. You don't have to put up with shit. It doesn't matter who these people are or what the situation is. You're being asked to elevate your value, your price tag. So some of you are going to put, gates? There's a quote that I like that exemplifies this. Not everyone is going to be invited to eat at your table. So some of you are going to be cleaning up your table. The best way to tackle this, 10 of Cups, love yourself completely in order to receive the love that you want in relationships, but also in other areas of your life, like work. You gotta love and value yourself first. Because if you don't, you may deal with situations at work. It's not love life, but it's work, where it mirrors to you similar things, similar patterns. So the antidote to this is really investing in yourself. That's why I mentioned self-care earlier with your finances. Take care of yourself, pour into yourself, make sure that you feel the best and that you know that you are a quality human being. I'm not talking about quality as in you have this degree or that. No, it's related to your value. Some of you need to get down and dirty on your core values and determine that, because that's going to help guide you to get rid of things and people and situations that don't belong there. The same thing with mindsets. Your overview for 2024, we got the Strength card, Leo energy. I feel like you're healing big time, and this is a continuing aspect, but I feel like this 2024, you're gonna see it, because in 2023, if you've asked yourself, I've been working on this, but I keep seeing certain things, you're becoming more and more aware. That level of awareness, imagine it's like a film being taken off your glasses one by one. First, you have an opaque set of film over it, so you can't see. Gradually, it becomes lighter, more light, right? And then finally becomes clear, and you're like, shit, I'm aware now. This is what's happening with 2024. The level of awareness that you're experiencing is becoming profoundly higher and more attuned. Remember your spirituality sector, you're seeing yourself for the first time. Many of you are going to also be loving who you are in a different way, who you are now, how much you've grown, and you're realizing that. You guys have tremendous fortitude and strength. I heard when things come up, when challenges come up that make you question how much work you've done or whether you're even going to see what it is that you want, like your dreams, your goals, your wishes, your manifestations. I'm hearing to remember the things that you don't want, not to repeat them, but solely to acknowledge, like, hey, remember how you felt in certain situations. So if you see something come up and it feels familiar, for example, like the way you love people or the way you date and it goes quickly, remember how things went in the past and how things didn't work out in the way that you want. Because if there's anything of an energy that you can embody in 2024, it's that fire energy of putting your energy into what you truly love and desire, primarily starting with yourself first, and then with the earth energy of knowing slow and steady wins the race, especially in areas of your life that did not go in that way. Something for many of you, it's relationships. Okay, let's pivot to Oracle and see what additional messages the universe would like you to know for 2024. Big leveling up, you all. What else do my Leos need to know, please, for 2024? Thank you. You got 3 cards. Your first card, Moon, feelings. Keywords associated include instinct, nurturing, gut reactions, comfort, digestion, home, family, conditioning, habits, femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment, emotions, sustenance, self-soothing, moods, mother. You know, in the first reading I did for you all, Leos, your mother or a mother figure came through strongly. So there's something here with a mother figure that many of you may have had some type of relationship, a challenging relationship with your mother, a mother figure. It could be a feminine energy as well that has affected your relationships and also your value, how you value yourself, your self-worth, how you love yourself and how you feel. So this is another reminder to really continue connecting to your feelings. It's not a surprise that we see in the friends and family section, Queen of Swords, because this is detached. Some of you, I feel, act that way around certain friends and family to protect yourself. There's also a strong need with the earth energy to really find bubbles, pockets, sanctuaries with people and with spaces that make you feel safe, emotionally and physically safe. That's going to allow you to unravel your feelings. We have Aquarius, the radical, experimental, rational, unique, liberal, electric, group-oriented, humanitarian, free, radical, eccentric, diverse, futuristic, utopian, idiosyncratic, disruptive, edgy, detached. Some of you may have your moon in Aquarius or in Capricorn, which I'm about to pull or speak of. The boss, serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished, badass, majestic, competent, prepared, down to earth, corporate, reserved, rigid, and disciplined. I keep saying you're bossing up. So some of you may have strong Capricorn placements. You may have a lot of planets or stellium there, or just simply be embodying this energy in 2024. But you're doing things differently. And you got quite a few Aquarius energies here. You're doing things a different way in 2024. And I feel like the universe is guiding you, because it's interesting. We've got these in traditional astrology. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Traditional astrology, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. And then we got the moon, which rules over Cancer and is exalted in Taurus. So there's something here speaking to me of learning from the past. This is connected to your family lineage, for some, mother, and the future. You guys are breaking free of, I feel for many, strong ancestral patterns, lineage, intergenerational patterns, oppressive systems. You're breaking free of something that has kept you a hold. I just heard something being scraped across the floor. My apologies, Leos. You're breaking free of something or someone. And I feel for many it's a something, like a mindset, a pattern, a belief system, part of your family. I opened that up when we started your reading with that. This is huge because you are going to make tremendous progress in 2024. The Aquarius energy is one of progress, of looking forward, of the vision, having respect for the past, giving it a nod but also realizing, wait a minute, that didn't work for me. We're going to have to do things differently. And with the Aquarius energy, it's oftentimes, some of you may identify as being different from your family, not fitting in, black sheep. You may have always felt different, just like the key words here. But I also feel like this is the energy that you're going to embody to do something differently in your life, because something has to shift here with the patterns that I've already discussed. And I feel like you will do it. Look what you got for the overview of 2024. You are going to overcome this. You're going to overcome this. That may be a mantra. I am overcoming these challenges. Everything is working out for me. You're going to overcome this. I feel it. You have so much support. Let's get on to the next oracle and see what other messages my Leos need to know, please, for 2024. We have abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Remember you got the Magician card? Where was it? I think it was for your love life. I'm pulling it up and I have a bunch of cards here. You got the Magician for your love life, remember? What you manifest and dream of and what you value is tied to your abundance, like I mentioned too with your finances. So I'm going to put this up here. This is important to realize. The more you value yourself, right? Your price tag is going up. You're putting taxes on people. You're not allowing anyone or anything into your bubble. It's going to allow you to retain that energy. Because some of you, because of these energies around and just this crap that you're still processing and healing from and sorting through, it's taking from your energy. You guys are very strong manifestors. When you are in alignment with what you want, I feel like it comes quickly. What else do my Leos need to know, please, for 2024? Okay, we got unplug. For some of you, this could mean in 2024, really re-examining your relationship and consumption with social media, electronics, other energies essentially, because plugging in, that deals with energy. So some of you need to disconnect, go into nature, perhaps find ways to protect the time alone so you could be with yourself. You can connect to your emotions and energy, because I forgot which sign got this, but when I get these types of repeated energies, I sense many Leos that I'm connecting to. You guys are empaths, highly sensitive beings, or you simply absorb energy. You feel energy very easily, like sponges. So some of you need to be very cognizant and very concerted in your efforts to make sure that daily you cleanse and protect your energy, and that you also take time alone to regroup, because that's when I feel like you can differentiate between that's not mine, this is mine, I feel better. I feel like some of you take on energies easily of others. Some of you just need to relax and get away from the world. A lot of metaphors here. We also got boundaries. I won't say too much about this. I've mentioned this throughout your reading. Look at this. A lot of nature-y themes here. With the Hierophant, with love. A lot of trees. Some of you would truly benefit, even the first card you got. Some of you would truly benefit from going out into nature. That's an overall cleanser. You don't even have to hike or do anything strenuous if you don't want to. You can sit on the bench. But simply being around nature and setting that intention, you feel absolutely different afterwards. The more you do it consistently, however that looks like for you, it doesn't have to be daily. It's going to be very beneficial for you. A lot of themes around nature here. What else do my Leos need to know and be aware of? What else do my Leos need to know for 2024? Okie dokes. Well, you got 4. Your first card, you are unlike anyone else. Your contradictions and complexities are interesting. 35, which reduces to an 8. This reminds me of the Aquarius card. Some of you may be very different, what I'm sensing. It's not just different in the sense of being vastly different from people around you. I feel like it has to do with your family structure, your lineage. I feel like many of you are here to do things differently and break a pattern. That's what I'm sensing right away. Okay, we also got Dragonling Garden. A new world is born. Do you notice we keep saying, well, I keep saying world. You got the world card in the beginning. I channel that song, A Whole New World. Look at this. And there's nature again, a lot of nature here. Some of you may connect to botanical gardens, butterfly gardens, petting zoos, that kind of sanctuaries, animal farms. We got a 9 here. You're recreating a new world for yourself, but this is also for future people on your lineage. You're changing and you're healing karma in your lineage, the DNA. Miss Spiderweb, 14, which reduces to a 5. Reconsider your alliances, make new connections. You're changing values. When you value yourself differently and your core values change, you're gonna change the people you associate with right away. And also people that you can't just cut off or don't want to, you're gonna change the way you interact with them through boundaries. This is powerful. Your energy is like going up like a battery. Finally, we have 26, which reduces to an 8. Pose brave flight. You will not let fear stop you this time. I get so much empowerment here. So much empowerment, my Leos. Okay, what is the best self-care practices that my Leos can initiate, nurture, cultivate in 2024? I think you guys have gotten the most self-care oracle. We got 5. I think you guys have gotten the most. Your first card we got 30, which reduces to a 3. Look for fairies. A lot of winged creatures. You have winged creatures here. Birds, butterflies, eagles. This relates to looking for the magic in your life, looking for things unseen, looking for hope and faith. Some of you would benefit from connecting to stories, narratives, or some type of energy from your childhood that was positive for you, inner child, connecting to a playful version of yourself. We also have 10, clear your energy field. I'm not gonna say anything else. I've been saying this throughout the reading. We have 3, aromatherapy. Again, a lot of plants, plant medicine, floral tinctures, essences, those may be of importance to you. Also too, whenever you have a new scent, ever notice how it what do you call it? I don't know the right word, but it changes your memories. So it reassociates a new scent to that memory. And these are feeling good ones. They look like vanilla, mint, citrus or orange, lavender. This looks like vanilla. Maybe it's jasmine too, but I got vanilla. So these practices that I'm telling you are things that you can learn about, cultivate, nurture if you're doing them. 51, which reduces to a 6, sync with the moon. This is also 2-1 of tapping into your energy and finding alignment and also consistency, because the moon's phases are shifting constantly. The moon is the fastest luminary and body, and so it changes quickly. This also, with the moon, I'm just hearing it now and I'm like, duh. Tap into your emotions and feelings, because lunar energy allows you to connect to how you're feeling in that moment. Some of you, again, emotions are really important for you, and feelings. Finally, we have 25, which reduces to a 7, ground yourself. That's all the earth energy that's been coming through. Many of you have to stay in the present, move slow and steady, and constantly check in with yourself to make sure that you feel good. Especially with the Mercury energy I got in the beginning of your reading, some of you may have the tendency to overthink, to ruminate. Let's close this reading, this forecast for 2024, with final messages from your spirit animals. What do my Leos need to know? What guidance do the spirit animals have for my Leos? Okay, you got 4. I have a feeling 3s and 4s are important for some Leos because they've come up repeatedly. We have Fox, clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. I'll put it up so you can see the message. This is Mercury energy too with the fox. We have moose. Wisdom. Let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. You got this reindeer. Maybe it's a moose, but it looks like a reindeer. Horned creature. This is absolutely amazing. There's something about your energy. Some of you connect or feel drawn to other galactic civilizations, star systems, maybe star seeds. There's something coming through about that. We also got Lynx, keeper of secrets. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. Oh, you see the repeated messages here? Trust yourself. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. I'm getting so emotional. I feel like I'm about to cry. I don't know if this resonates with Leos if you're watching this. You guys know so much already. Like I said, many of you are psychic as F. You gotta trust yourself. Finally, we have Hawk, messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. I feel like the universe is guiding you all, like an airplane, like I got earlier, to ascend higher. That's why some of these things are crumbling. That's why some things to heal are coming up to be healed. Let's get messages from your archangels. What additional messages do the archangels have for my Leos? I heard my dogs making noise. Okay, we have Archangel Prolimiac. Let nature soothe you. Serve the nature kingdom. Holy shit, so many synchronicities here. You all are being guided towards nature in 2024. I feel like some of you may have gotten a glimpse in 2023 where you just realized the moments that you were outside in different ways. It felt really good. Some of you may want to do some type of camping or hiking day trip. It doesn't have to be strenuous, like walking in the forest or trails. Something here about herbs, plants, nature healing you. Amazing healer. Your heart chakra is being healed as well. For many of you, this is something that's been a focal point. Let's get a final message from Archangel Michael. Final message from Archangel Michael to my Leos at this time for 2024. Thank you. You've got 1, 2, 3, you got 5 messages. Wow. Okay, first one is 8. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. This may be messages for different Leos, so let's keep going. 18, which reduces to a 9. You got a lot of repeating numbers, if you've noticed. 8s, 5s, 4s, 3s, 9s. Let it go. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. What I said about Capricorn, Aquarius. Some of you are learning about the past. You can respect it, but you don't need to carry it forward. You guys have a shit ton of butterflies. Some of you resonate with butterflies. To me, that's also indicative of a metamorphosis you're going through right now, which can feel uncomfortable because imagine being in that cocoon, kind of tight. It's like a womb. You're like smushed, right? So you may be feeling that in between discomfort. It's like puberty. 6, be the real you. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. This is the Aquarius energy too. There's something too about connecting to your inner child. We have 10. Don't settle for less. I love it when these energies back me up. You are a child of the divine and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. And we've got a shit ton more butterflies. And all of them are blue, which to me speaks of your throat chakra, expression of your truth, speaking your truth, communicating, also boundaries. That's Archangel Gabriel, but also Michael. I can't believe all of these repeating signs. Finally, we have 29, which reduces to an 11. Stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. You see the sun? There's so much healing, beauty, warmth, blessings coming to you all in 2024. My Leos, thank you so much for being here. I hope this reading resonated. If it has, I would truly appreciate your support. Hit the thumbs up button. Yes, I said it right. As that truly supports my channel as I'm growing. Comment down below to let me know your thoughts, if this resonated, and feel free to pop in throughout the year to update me. I always love hearing from you. Otherwise, I'm wishing you a beautiful end of 2023 and an amazing 2024 year ahead. Take care and thank you so much for being here.